YouTube, Chickens over here, vlog time, but a little bit different of one. I am expecting my Ami Ami and Oki box. I was hoping it would get here today, but it's going to get here tomorrow. I don't really remember what it has in it. I don't think it's anything important or substantial. I know Masterpiece Shockwave's in it, and I'm really excited about that. But, yeah, I don't think there's really a whole lot in there. Cube Gorilla and the Icon Driver G are both sitting right there. You can't see them, they're right off camera. Those will be up tomorrow or Wednesday, whatever order I decide to do it. I did a poll, I just haven't checked the results of the poll yet to see which one goes up on which day. But yeah, so those are here. Those arrived in the HLJ box last week, Friday, I think they showed up. So those will be out Tuesday and Wednesday. So I wanted the vlog to go up today, on Monday, so that I could do those on Tuesday and Wednesday. It's currently Monday at about 6:30 p.m. and obviously no box. So I just decided to record the vlog anyway, and not do an unboxing this time around because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. This will run long. There you go. So I do warn you ahead of time on that, but I'm sure you know, just judging by the little thingy that tells you how long it is when you clicked on this. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. Hi, Hana. Hi, Hana. You little booger. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't know if you can actually see it behind me, but the chests right there, those are all wizard rings. Down here on the floor, I've got Astro Switches and Shift Cars. There's Gaia Memories in a bag over in the other corner of the house. Yeah, there's a lot of things changing around here. Okay, obviously, I mean, I've said this several times. YouTube is my career. It's what I dumped all of my eggs into. And I'll talk about that later. So YouTube is my career, and obviously YouTube is not taxed. So come tax season, I get a big old bill. It's like, here's all the taxes you owe because your income's not taxed. And usually it's awful. Last year it like just stabbed me in the gut multiple times. This year was not that bad because I made significantly less. YouTube changed how they distribute revenue, what they classify as a view, and what you get paid for, and I made significantly less last year than I did in 2014. So because of that, my tax bill is pretty light. So I didn't actually have to sell as much as I thought I was going to need. Well, there goes the camera. Bella knocked it over with her Swakey? I don't even know what I was going with that. I think I was going with shaky and swinging. But anywho. Bella. Anyway, yeah. So. Focus! So I had this big long list of stuff that I was selling, and I realized I don't really have to sell as much as I wanted or was going to need to. But you know what? I'm doing it anyway. What I'm selling is pretty much all of my Kamen Rider toys. And that's a lot. Pretty much all of them. I am keeping things I really like my Gaim collection. I'm keeping, because Gaim is love, Gaim is life. All my Hibiki stuff, which isn't that much, because Hibiki stuff went up in price, and I just never got around to getting anything. So whatever I have of Hibiki, I'm keeping. O's I'm keeping because I've got a lot of like... Not only was O's a really big highlight of Toku for me, it was right after Double, which is when I started getting heavy into reviewing and everything. It's the first series I collected from the start to the finish, and I just love the O medals. I was a coin collector when I was little with my grandpa. We collected coins, we collected stamps, and so obviously we haven't had a postal stamp Kamen Rider yet. But the coins was the next best thing, and it's kind of something that just makes me remember of the times that we spent together. And so O's means a lot to me in that regard, plus O's is some of my favorite rider designs ever. So I'm keeping all my O's stuff, and that's all I got right now. I'm going to keep the Keyvat belt because it was one of my first rider belts. My first rider belt was actually the Deck Driver, but Keyvat was my second. And I got the complete selection modification Deca Driver. I'm keeping all the complete selection stuff. So, as it stands, a lot of my rider stuff is gone. Or going to be gone. So where does that leave Kamen Rider and my channel? I know I started out doing heavy into Kamen Rider. And that's how a lot of people know me. And I know this is probably a really bad decision. But I do this... I do this not only because it's my career that I chose for myself. I do it because I want to have fun. And as you can, all you have to do is watch any of my Ghost reviews. And I have to force excitement sometimes for those toys because I'm just not excited for a lot of the Ghost stuff. The Icon Driver G I actually kind of really like. It's pretty fun. So that review's kind of a lot more me, so to speak. But like when I'm just reviewing an Icon, like I'm bored, and I don't want to be bored doing this. I started doing this because it was fun and I enjoyed it and it was what I liked to do, and I want to keep that up. And obviously as I grow older, interests change, and since I'm doing this for fun, I mean, it's my career too, but I'm doing this for fun, I want it to be fun for me. I don't want to ever be in a situation where I'm sitting there reviewing a toy and I'm just bored. It's not even like the toy's bad. Like, the Ghost toys, some of them are actually really fun. I'm just really bored doing it, and I don't want to feel that when I'm trying to do something that I think is fun. And YouTube is an absolutely fun career, and I feel really fortunate that I've been able to get to where I am today, even though I'll talk about that later too. So I'm fortunate about that, but at the same time, it's a career that I picked because it's a career that allows you to be yourself and have fun. And I want that to remain true, and I don't want to ever force myself to do something I don't want to do. Speaking of sponsors, I'm getting attacked by wizard rings. They're rebelling. They don't want to be sold. So as I was saying, sponsored reviews. You notice in the last 2 weeks I actually had quite a number of them. They just kind of all happened really rapidly, and when they arrived I was really busy with other stuff, so I kind of had to keep pushing them a little bit, and pushing sponsored reviews is not good. So I wanted to get those out, and so they were kind of in a rapid succession with one another. Sponsored reviews are something that I am doing. I am a part of Screenwave as a network, and they are absolutely amazing people with all sorts of connections to toy companies. But I do want to remind everyone that I would never get something to review that I wouldn't be interested in. Like the Armored Batman and the Master Chief, which are right over by my TV, right in front of me, are two things that I absolutely love. The Master Chief, I love owning that thing. I love it. I was eyeing it well before I ever received it. I see it at Toys R Us all the time. And so that. The things like the RC car, those were like a surprise gift. Because I got the Armored Batman, and the RC car was with it in the box, and it's not something that I was expecting to get. So that's why that review was kind of really weird. I just did it out of thanks to Jakks Pacific for giving that to me, because I do really appreciate it. And I wanted to give back a little bit for that. So that's why that review is really kind of weird. But there is quite a few possible sponsored videos right now that I have turned down because they're just something I'm not interested in. So I don't want anyone to think that the channel's just going to get flooded with sponsor reviews or anything like that. I want to stress that the only things that I'm ever going to get from companies are things that I am interested in myself. So what I'm interested in, I want to show to you guys, and so that's why I did what I did. So that is that. But as it stands, I just watched Markiplier's video about, I think it was the title is YouTube Has Changed or whatever, and everything he said in it is absolutely right. Back when I started doing toy reviews, it was a very different landscape to what it is today. There was not nearly as many of us out there at the time. I know Toku. I'm not even sure who was out there. I know Dawson. You okay there, Zeus? Okay. Yeah, he just snorted really weird. I know Dawson started a little bit before I did. I don't even remember who else was in the community at the time doing videos that wasn't a Japanese reviewer that I watched. So I don't even remember. I know I started with watching like Dawson and Optobotomus and Bolt Matrix and stuff. So I watched all of their stuff. And that's kind of what pushed me into doing videos myself, and then everything kind of escalated from there. So the landscape of YouTube was a lot different back then than it is now. It's very, very corporate-y now, with all sorts of money going here and there and everywhere, and it's hard. Doing what I do in particular. I look at toys. I open up Pokemon cards. I talk about nonsense. It's hard to, I don't want to say compete, because that's not really the word I'm looking for, but it's hard to feel like you've made it when the only people that are really making it are Let's Players, vloggers, and I mean, you got like the popular like beauty YouTubes and prank YouTubes and stuff like that. In terms of making it, you don't really see too many like toy reviewers or product reviewers up there on the higher ranks of YouTube, because it's such a niche thing that you don't really get as much, I don't want to say publicity, but attention, maybe? I guess it's almost the same word, but anyhow. So it feels weird in a situation where I'm in, that, I mean, I started doing this for fun because I wanted to, because my friend pushed me into it. Like, you should do this. I'm like, okay, I'm so shy. What do I do? But anyway, I have become who I am now because of you guys and because of YouTube, and I would not change that for the world. But it's difficult when you watch people like Jacksepticeye or Markiplier that have such a huge community base and get so many views and revenue and all that they certainly made a name for themselves, and they made a career for themselves. They live it, they breathe it, and it's great. And you watch that, and it impacts you. I mean, I know it impacts me, because, I mean, like I said, I just started doing these stupid little toy reviews, and I'm in a situation now where I still want to make stupid toy reviews, don't get me wrong, but I'm in a place where I want to do so much, and I can't, be it because of money or because I'm only one person. I don't have anyone else helping me with this. So it gets hard. Like, I want a pretty website, or I want... I wish I could just do the recordings and have someone edit for me, or something like that. It would make the process a whole lot easier for sure. But I'm just me, but the point of what I'm trying to get at is I want to be in a situation where I influence people and I can interact with all of these people. And I'm slowly getting to a situation like that on a much smaller scale. I interact with so many of you guys through the comments, through Twitter, through Facebook. Facebook a little bit less, but if you message me on Facebook, I tend to answer. If it's just like a hello, I get really hesitant to answer. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to totally straight out say that. If you message me on Facebook, through my Facebook page, and just write hello, I will probably stare at it for a good several hours before I decide whether I'm going to do something or not. But if you approach me and ask a question or say, hey, I need some help with this, I'll pretty much answer right away. Because that's kind of like my trigger thing. If someone needs help, I'm like, oh, I gotta help them. So that's kind of, if you want to get my attention, that's how you do it. Don't fake it. Don't fake it. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Don't you fake it just to talk to me. That'd be weird. I'm not that cool. But I digress. I have no idea where I was going with that point. I think what I'm trying to say is I want to be more than I am. I think that's kind of where I'm at, and I know Zaren's effort's been going through a lot of very similar thoughts, except mine are a little bit weirder. And it's a thing where you don't doing what I do with toys. I don't think you're ever going to hit that point where you're kind of kicking back and going, "Yep, I made a name for myself," and I have in a way. Be it in a good way or not. I know there's tons of people that hate me, and that's fine. That is what it is. But it's hard doing what we do, and to feel like you've made it, and to make a good, well-established career out of it. And that's kind of in the place where I'm at right now, where you kind of feel like you just sort of want to give up on it all. And I don't ever want to feel like that. And there has been a lot of times recently where I have felt like that. And I feel like that too much in my life, to tell everyone the truth. My eyes are getting watery. I'm crying, everybody. But no. My college, I've mentioned this several times. I went to college for graphic design. I went to a local community college near me, and they're absolutely fantastic. Probably one of the best graphic design programs in the state, bar none. And they were terrific, and I loved it. I loved every minute of being in that program until I get intimidated really easy. I'm not going to lie, I do. And when I got to those higher grades of classes, and I started seeing what everyone around me was doing, any sort of optimism that I had from the basic classes where I was on top, and now in these advanced classes I'm either toward the bottom or in the middle, you just kind of get discouraged really easy. And I looked at what some people were doing, and I'm like, I would never think of doing that, and I don't even know how to do some of that. And it just starts chipping and chipping and chipping away at you, and you're stuck. And that's where I was when I was getting close to graduating, is that I was stuck. I transferred out of the program because it was only an associate's program. I transferred to get my bachelor's degree through a different college, which was still taking classes at the same campus. It was a weird partnership sort of thing. And so I was doing that, and that was when I really discovered that I liked public relations quite a bit, because it got to take my basic graphic abilities as well as my writing abilities, which is something I never really harnessed while in college. I love writing, I really do. And it's something I never really got to do when I was in college. So public relations kind of harnessed a little bit of the design and a little bit of the writing, kind of mushed it all together, as well as my personability. I like, as much as I always say I don't like people and people are the worst, I like that sort of communication level between people, and public relations has that too. So it's kind of like my catch-all. But it was during college where I took a back seat and started doing YouTube seriously. And that was when I started monetizing my videos and realizing that it could be a career option. And it just kind of fell off. It just, anything that was in my mind when I was in college just kind of fell off. And I was just kind of straight on the road, YouTube, let's do this, toy reviews all day, every day, and it led to a lot of bad decisions. I'll say that right off the bat. It led to awful decisions that I regret to this day. I don't regret certain decisions because it allowed me to get to where I am today, because I was buying everything and buying tech that I needed to kind of not be total crap. I did that right away, and it landed me in a lot of debt right now. So I'm not gonna, like I say all the time, I'm an open book. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm just gonna talk, and I've got nothing to hide whatsoever. So I'm in loads of debt right now. I mean, between my medical bills because of what happened to me, and my student loans, and then just being a really irresponsible twat with credit cards, I'm in an awful financial place right now. But this is what I want to do, and it's a really discouraging thing mentally when you just kind of want to give up because you know in your mind that you're never gonna make it. I'm never gonna be a name that people, all sorts of people know. The only people that know me right now are maybe some people in the Pokemon community that watch my unboxing videos and the Toka community. Those are the only people that know me. And it's a start. It's a start for sure. Mentally, I know for a fact I'm never gonna be where I want to be in that situation where I can help and influence so many people. I know I'm never gonna get there. But at the same time, I don't want YouTube to be my college path. I don't want that to be something that I invest so much time and effort and passion into only to quit because I feel discouraged. That's exactly what happened in college, and I don't want that to happen again with YouTube, just because I'm really in this awful mental place with it, and I don't want to give up because every day when I wake up, my work ethic is just total crap. It's awful. There'll be days where I wake up, lounge around, go, oh crap, and then I go record, edit, upload, and those are the videos that go up at 8, 9 o'clock at night. Because I need to get in a place where I'm like, work. And it's so hard for me. Working from home is difficult as balls to stay motivated. And so there's a lot that I need to personally and mentally work on. I know for a fact, and it'll take me a bit to get in that groove. But the one thing that I did want to address out of all this is that YouTube is kind of a terrifying career. It's a very uncertain career. I mean, I will come out right and say I don't want to give away the total amounts because that's private information. But my 2014 was probably up here. 2015 was like way down here. It was a lot less. And 2016, as of right now, looks to be maybe a smidge better than 2015 was. But not a whole lot. It's a very uncertain career. And Jaywitz had a video about this too. He got a new job with Twitch, which is awesome. That is great. And he addressed the fact that he absolutely adores what he does on YouTube, but it's a very uncertain career. Unless you're one of those people that like totally made it and you're banking millions every year, it's a very uncertain career. Right now I am making enough to scrape the bottom of the barrel and make the bills every month while still buying toys. It is getting to the point where I'm going to scrape the bottom of the barrel and buy significantly less toys. That is why the situation right now is going on with Ryder, and I'm selling off things that I don't want to be physically tied to anymore. And so by getting rid of a lot of these things, that completionist sort of mind kind of is what I want to try to get rid of. There's still, it's perfectly okay to be completion about some things, but to get like every single Ryder toy is just something that I can't physically do anymore. So here is the thing on that. I'm finishing Ghost. All of Ghost's all of Ghost's retail toys, sans the deep slasher, or whatever the repaint of the sunglass slasher is. I'm not picking that up. There's no power anywhere in the universe that would let me pick that up. I did not like the sunglass slasher in the first place. I'm not going to get a repaint of it. So I'm not getting that, but the rest of like Ghost main, Ghost icons and stuff, I will be picking all those up. I will be finishing Ghost. Next year's rider is a complete question mark. That was a question mark to me. It might have been a question mark to you. I hope so. No, who cares? It's a question mark right now. I have no idea what I'm going to do about next year's rider. I might do it. I might not do it. I might just get the retail toys like I did with Ghost and then sell them off at the end of the year. I don't know. It depends on where I'm at financially. But I will tell you right off the bat, not buying into it was going to save me a lot of money. I'll say that right now. So we'll see where we're at about next year's rider. It could be like a Gaim and completely catch me off guard and blow me away to where I want to buy everything and keep everything. I don't know. We'll see. Sentai is always something that will always stick around. I'll always be buying Sentai Changers. I'll always be buying Sentai Mecha. That is nothing you have to worry about getting rid of. Same with Power Rangers. I know I'm super duper behind on Power Rangers, but that's also something that's not going to ever go away. Pokemon stuff is going to be stuff that you start seeing a lot more frequently, as you probably already have. So we'll see where we're at. We got another bunch of random stuff on the horizon too. So not a whole lot's actually changing. It's just something I wanted to address on the fact that I'm not like going headfirst into Kamen Rider anymore. Or Sentai for that matter. There's a lot of Georgia stuff that I haven't picked up yet because I just don't want it. It's going to be a situation where I buy what I want and review what I want instead of being that guy that's like just review, buy everything. Here's stuff. I want this to be a channel that's fun. I want this to be a channel that people enjoy. I want to have the energy and the optimism and the excitement. And by just focusing on the things that I love and the things that I want, that excitement can continue. And it won't ever get dull like it did with the Ghost Icon videos. I apologize for those. I hate those. I hate how those turned out. But yeah, so this video went on way too long. I got really super rambly about the past and my emotions. I'm sorry about that. That's not something I should ever talk about, but anyway, so as evident by all this going on, my sales thread will be updated tonight, and a little bit is already gone from personal friends and such that already kind of got dibs, but whatever's left is going up on my blog tonight. I wanted to do this all nice and like store-like, so that was really easy for everybody, but it snuck up on me, and I have a week to pay my tax bill. So I'm going the fast and simple route, I suppose. But everything's looking up. I'm super positive about the future of the channel itself. I'm really optimistic about it. The long way future, I'm still very kind of pessimistic about. But we'll see what happens. I am definitely going to be looking for an additional job. I want to get rid of my debt. I want to have a family. I want to start a family. I want to move into an actual house. Not that I hate this trailer. Well, that's a lie. I kind of do. But there's so much I want, and I need to work so much harder to achieve it. And so I want to find a stable career in order to help with that, but channel things are still looking on the uppity up, and I'm sorry for all the pessimism in this video. I probably shouldn't even post this, but I know I'm going to anyway, because I'm me. And if you manage to listen to this entire thing, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, that even if you skipped to the end, or you don't even hear this. Even if you don't hear this, I just thank you. I thank you so much for allowing me to talk to you guys and communicate with you guys and have fun. Most importantly, just have fun. I've made so many friends that have just... I have friends now that are just people that said hi and asked me a question on a Facebook message, and now we talk every couple days for lengthy periods of time. And it's a great feeling, and that's the feeling that I like most about doing YouTube. That is definitely the most rewarding part of this entire thing is not only the fact that I get to do what I want to do and still put food on the table, even though that's cutting it really close now, but just to be able to communicate and have fun with all of you guys is what really makes this the most rewarding thing that I've ever done in my life. And I don't regret anything that I've done except the debt. The debt I regret, for sure. But as much as I was talking about how I am upset at myself for quitting during college, if I didn't, I don't know where I would be at on this stage of my life. So a whole lot has changed. I have no regrets. I just don't want to ever quit. I don't want to stop. I don't ever want to be in a situation where I have to stop. I don't want that to happen. And I'm going to keep on trucking forward the best I can, to the best of my ability. And I just want to keep having fun. That's the bottom line, is I just want to keep having fun. So thank you guys so much for everything that you've done for me the past 5-6 years, however long I've been doing this. It's been incredible, and I hope it continues to be incredible. So thank you guys so much. That's all I got. I'm not even going to do my normal outro, like buttons and all that. It doesn't really matter. Just thank you guys so much. So as always, take care and have a great one. Bye.